Are you allowed not to like people that you love? Absolutely. Yankee Jeff coming back in with some more help. This is not your fault. I and Wyatt family, we're going to talk about a touchy subject tonight. This is something that all of us enablers and codependents struggle with. It's the feelings of not liking somebody that you love. Before we get into that, like, subscribe, share, comment, beep, the bop, the boo, all that stuff, notification bells, all this stuff down here. Let's talk about it. Sometimes we have this guilt about us because our loved one who will never stop loving, okay, if especially obviously if it's a family member or a spouse or etc. If you love somebody, you are absolutely allowed to not like them sometimes. It's gonna happen. Trust me, if you're a married person, it's happened once or twice in your lifetime, I'm sure. Okay, I'm married 36 years this coming year, 36 years, and there have been times when my spouse has not liked me very much. They always love me, and I've always loved them. But that can come. It could be a son, daughter, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, mother, father. It doesn't matter. You're gonna have a situation where you don't like somebody. That does not mean you don't love them. There's a big difference. Okay, we're allowed not to like the people that we love. They're going to upset us. They're going to make us so angry we want to scream. But those feelings will go away. They'll go away. Your loved one will one day be sober again. Okay, I hope they will. I'm sure they will. I have faith in God, and if they have faith in God, they'll get there. But I truly believe that one day you'll stop not liking them, and you'll like them again. You're always going to love them. You'll always love them. You never stop. You can't fall out of love with somebody. You can't stop loving somebody that's a family member. Now, again, they may treat you like garbage. They may do some horrible things to you. But generally speaking, your love doesn't go away. So don't feel guilty because there may be situations in your life where you're like, oh, oh God, I just can't stand this person sometimes. I can't believe what they keep on doing to themselves and doing to this family and just, taking advantage of us and just draining my bank account. And they keep on effing up over and over and over again. God, I just can't stand them sometimes. It's allowed. It's allowed. You're absolutely allowed not to like people you love. It doesn't last long. I hope it doesn't last long. But the underlying foundation, the underlying cement that keeps the relationship going is the love. Okay. The love. The dislike of this person, the dislike, the anger, the disappointment. We hope, we pray it'll go away someday. We hope, we pray that they find the help they need. We hope, we pray that they make the commitment to themselves, not to us. They don't do it for us. They do it for themselves. You're not watching this video right now for me. You're not watching it for them. You're watching it for you. Okay. I appreciate it, but you're not doing what you're doing to please yourself. You're doing it because you feel like somehow you're obligated to help them out. Okay. And again, that's because you love them. Only because you love them. Don't confuse love with like. And just because you feel horrible about the situation, you've thought some horrible things about them, or you said some horrible things to them, you wanted to throttle them and put your, squeeze the life out of their head. Just don't do that. Of course, I don't recommend that. It's not good. Not everyone looks good in orange, but doing these things are things that, and the thoughts you're thinking, are natural. Okay, your loved one. Because of the fact you have this emotional tie, you have this bond, this connection, this cord going from your heart to theirs. That's why it hurts so bad. And that's why you have the visceral reaction you do. It's why you're so emotional about it. If you didn't love them, it wouldn't be so traumatic for you. We do what we do because we love them, and they can control us. And they can get the reaction out of us because of the fact you love them. They love you. And they know that. Addiction knows that. Addiction is a lot smarter than we are. A lot smarter. Definitely smarter than the person that they're controlling. They're going to tell you some things. They're going to say some things, get a reaction out of you that you know damn well that if your loved one wasn't battling addiction, they never would have said. Never to said, never to share. Okay. But they do these things because they're trying to get a rise out of you and somehow take the spotlight off of them. If you walk in and the situation is little Jimmy or little Johnny or husband or wife are battling addiction and they know that you're going to come and try to address it, and that's the elephant in the room, you'd be surprised at how fast they can spin that elephant around, and before you know it, it's sitting behind you, not in front of them. It happens, guys. It's what addiction does. It's smarter than we are. It can outsmart us, like I said, and but it doesn't have any character. It doesn't have any heart. So it won't win. It can't win in the long run. If you put God in your heart and if you give it over to God, okay, just hand it over. I don't care if you want to wrap it up in a bow first, put it in a nice gift bag, put a card on it, to God from Jeff. That's fine. However you want to go ahead and wrap it up and hand it over to him, just hand it over to him, because we can't handle it. We're not equipped. Okay, stop trying. Don't feel bad, even for a second, if you feel like you don't like them very much. If we're being honest, there's probably been times in your life before they started to use. Think about this. You ever walk around the grocery store and you see those moms with that kid and he's just screaming his head off. He's throwing himself on the ground. He gets throwing a temper tantrum because he wants a toy and he's screaming. His face is as red as my shirt. And the mother is just absolutely ready to explode. You think that mother likes that little kid right then? You're not very happy with him. Does he still love him? Does she still love him? Of course she still loves him. But that little boy's going to get his behind spanked when he gets in the car. They still do that? We'll see. Probably take away his iPad or something. That'll teach him. But that's a parent who's not liking their loved one very much right then. It happens. We're all going to do it. It's allowed. It's natural. It's absolutely natural. It's human nature. Okay. So with that said, stop feeling guilty. Okay. Don't feel guilty about liking somebody you love, because it'll pass. All right. Keep coming back. It works if you work it. Let it begin with you. And by all means, say a prayer for that person. Say a prayer for that mother with that screaming child next time you're in a grocery store. Just say a prayer for her, because she's struggling. Say a prayer for the father also if he's there, because he's probably going to go over in the sporting goods section and try and hide. Can't hide, dads. Go help out, okay? God bless, guys. I'll talk to you soon.